Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the F1 game. Today we are carrying on from the qualifying session that we had yesterday, where we qualified in P18 but are now starting in P19, which definitely means someone was given a penalty as Stroll goes absolutely dive bombing into P13 there. He completely stole my idea, but what a start for the Williams and for me. So I'm now going to go down in the inside of Stroll. He's pushing me out, very aggressive there, and Magnussen crashes right into the back of me. It's not very kind of him. As our good friend Jeff has just said, a bit of wing damage. Surprise! Oh, here we go. They're all bunched up because of Alonso, my teammate, slowing completely down, which slows everyone else down, and my dive bomb Stroll was absolutely pointless. Now going to the S-shaped part of the course. I'm being absolutely... Magnussen's just all over me at the moment. Just can't shake him off. This is truly terrible. And I have a rubbish exit off that corner, and therefore Magnussen will go absolutely speeding past me as I dive bomb really late into that corner, and bit of contact, but still in P14, still running strong. The goal today is just to get any points to the table for the team. You know, show them this is who I am and this is what I got, which is not the way it looks at the moment. I'm 1.9 seconds behind our good friend Lance Stroll, who is doing absolute wonders for Williams. They must be, you know, they already popped the champagne bottle and are absolutely probably celebrating like mad people that, you know, their cars made it all the way somehow to P13. Because I have to defend off Magnussen again, but this time going to the S-shaped corners, and the yellow flags come out, and I have no idea why I did that corner. Absolutely no idea whatsoever, as one of the Toro Rossos is going slow. I wonder what the problem is there. Maybe the safety car come out. Pierre Gasly is out of the race. He's probably parked the car up. Doubt the safety car will come out. And on the third lap, so as Jeff just said, DRS will now be enabled to us, but will not help us that much in the fight of going up the leaderboard in this race, because, well, Stroll is miles left. I've done so much defending against Magnussen. I've had no chance whatsoever. He's 3 seconds in front of me, which is absolute madness. But he's up with a pack of cars, or one at least, so he might be a bit slower. Fingers crossed. So you really use the back end and go way too far out on the grass. As again Magnussen tries to overtake me, but I just squeeze him out there on that corner. No contact, very cleanly. Not the greatest entry into that corner, but yeah. And my teammate Alonso has just been overtaken by Lance Stroll in a Williams. Yes, and McLaren is behind a Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire Williams right now must be absolutely celebrating her heart off because oh, how did I not get a warning for that? I need to look at the warning rules. And Frank Williams, oh, he's at his age, he's probably almost got a heart attack if it carries on like this. The way the car's running, but we are definitely catching up to these two. It's so much more close, even though the amount of fighting me and Magnussen are doing. And I get spun out. And wing damage. No, we're not, Jeff, because with the magic of flashbacks, this will not be a problem at all for us. So now I'll open DRS, even though it'll probably be completely pointless, as we now undertake Brendan Hartley. Now the question is, do we pit this lap? What are the tyres saying? The front right says yes, but the rest of them says absolutely no. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to pit this lap coming. So this one now. As I'm now definitely trying to fend off Hartley and send him spinning out. And we get the virtual safety car out. This could be handy if it stays up for long enough. But I've never had a virtual safety car that stayed for a lap. There we go. Back out racing again. And I'm in the middle of nowhere. Absolutely in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I've already, actually, I've told Jeff once, but I'll tell him again. Jeff, we're pitting this lap. What was that? Oh no! Oh god! I didn't think that Fernando would come in as well. That's going to be even harder now. Great, absolutely great. He's going to pit, go out. I'm going to have to wait because of the crew. Oh, I didn't think this was going to happen. The team's not ready either. God, I've lost so much time. This was not a good idea at all. I was sitting last. Definitely not where I wanted to be. I still think we will probably finish this race in last. Because the amount of time we've lost. Pit stop is about 30 seconds, about 10 seconds longer than what you normally race. Normal racer is. It's just going to hammer down. And if I go quiet, I apologise, but I'm actually going to really concentrate so I can get hopefully some positions back. It's going to be the chase of a lifetime. So I completely cut the corner. Wherever the warning is, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to check the settings. But Fernando is 17 seconds ahead of us. It's absolute madness. So as we come through, no one I think has pitted this lap. So
Okay, car ahead is now running the super soft tyre. That's the super soft on the car ahead.
I know, thank you very much, Jeff. I pitted with him. Oh, actually, no, there's some cars ahead of me. Question is though, have they pitted or not? I would say yes, they probably have. Which means I am stuck in last. Didn't completely forgot I was the second driver, and I've paid for it. I've paid for this big time.
Harley ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 8.0 seconds. They're on fresh super softs.
Yeah, Hartley has pit and has now gone ahead of me. Oh, if I just carried on.
Gap to car in front is 8.0 seconds.
No, 8-second gap. This will most likely be a very, very boring race. Bad strategy on my point of view. Just another day at McLaren, I guess. Just another day at McLaren office. We come on the final, well, not the final straight, the start-finish straight, and go over the line. We are 11 seconds behind Leclerc. Or Leclerc, if you want to pronounce it like a Frenchman. Yeah, it's just a catch-up game. So we come to the S corner. There we go, there's finally a warning. We are now only 5 seconds behind Leclerc. But somehow it doesn't make sense. I've caught up 6 seconds in half a lap. If so, I'd probably be challenging for the title, the race win at that rate. It's probably because Charles had only just pit, and therefore
We're trailing our teammate by 16.6 seconds.
because he had only probably just pit, so therefore the game had a bit of calculation issues. So we have about I don't know, 6 laps to go. You know, 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds behind. Doesn't seem like much is really going to happen this race. Nothing much at all.
We're at +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
We're now even losing time to Leclerc. This car, yeah, this car and this strategy, absolutely rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Okay, we've got a bit of time now, only 5.3, but still is nowhere near the number we actually need to catch Leclerc. We should knock on at least number 3.4, so we're in the DRS zone. Sadly, this is no Red Bull, Ferrari, or Mercedes. It just would not be the easiest job in the world. But suddenly, we've just gained 900th of a second on him. Very weird. Super duper weird. In one sector, 900th of a second. They had quite the fight. Saw them maybe just go around the corner. I did, and they go again. So we are actually somehow gaining on them. Somehow.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Thank you, Jeff. 5 laps with 5 laps to go. They are not that far now. They now only lie 2.3 seconds in front. This is 100% possible. We can still somehow salvage something out of this. It will still be a disappointment. It won't be as disappointing as
The gap to the car ahead is
the
2.7
rest.
seconds.
As if it was any other race. Not if it's any other race. What am I talking about? As if I was to finish in P19 and be 7 seconds behind P16. So as we now come across the line, and they are so nice sights, they have to be almost a second.
To catch the car in front, we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Thanks for that, Jeff. They are now 2.3 seconds ahead. So we're probably doing about a second a lap. Check on the drive in front of it.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.3 seconds. You're closing in by 3 seconds a lap. They're on fresh super softs. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 27.7.
Well, if that's right what Jeff says, we're catching him 3 seconds a lap. That would theoretically mean we would catch him on this lap. And if he's slow around the last sector, we could get some DRS off him, which would be absolutely crucial. 1.4. We can definitely do this. We just smash the next couple of corners. And this is why. The Williams and Hartley have been fighting and fighting and fighting. Every time one of them drops back, it affects Leclerc. So we come round and the start and finish straight, open up DRS. We are now in a position where we could overtake Leclerc. But it does not seem like the DRS is doing anything. So probably have to do it the old-fashioned way. Pure slipstream. That or the Williams and Hartley want to fight again, which is, you know, not a problem at all.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
I already beat you to it, Jeff. I'm already in mix 2. I was like, Leclerc brakes. very heavily.
Looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race.
Well, tell you what, Jeff, I'm going to do another flashback because another red wing going into him again.
This is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners. If you keep it up, the stewards will award you a penalty.
Well, I had to. I was going to come right into the back of Leclerc. And I would have had the exact same situation I had beforehand. So I have to evade Leclerc from slipstreaming me.
Gap to teammate ahead is 18.5 seconds.
What's an absolute difference between me and Alonso? It definitely shows how well he knows the car and how well I do. As I could finish a position higher. These two keep on going like this as I'm going to probably dive from the Williams here.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, just 1.0.9. Actually, the Williams are behind me. Probably be Hartley who will run away with this. But P17, it was where we started, but or not. The Williams has straight line speed. And a lot of it, crikey.
You've been awarded a time penalty for that last incident.
Well done me, last place. I mean, this is not how to drive. Probably the title of this video. How to not drive around Melbourne.
Final lap of the race.
But even though I have a penalty, I will try my very, very, very best to stay in P17. And Lewis Hamilton wins the Australian Grand Prix. How far ahead he was must have been over a minute and a half, because I had just finished the first sector as he finished his final lap. So I'm going to defend off the Williams just probably one more time. We come into the final corner to the finish straight. Come across the line.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
I was like, Jeff, not very happy with me. Completely understandable. P18, not good at all.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I would say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking onto the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes then are on top today.
Congratulations to Lewis Hamilton for winning that race.
Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Let's give it to Lance Stroll. That was a quality drive from start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes move to the top of the table. After After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So for that race, you heard from, I can't actually, don't know who the commentator is. My teammate Fernando Alonso finished P10, deservedly, probably. Got 1 point on the table, which happily puts us in P6 in the constructors standing. And Lance Stroll, thanks to his dive bomb at the start of the race, finished P14. Well done to him, congratulations. And even though this was an absolutely terrible race, let's see what Claire's to say.
What do you think went wrong?
Pretty much everything, Claire. I mean, penalties and everything.
Cleanest race today, was it?
No, it was not. Wing seal, penalties there. It's what happened.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip or did you just misjudge some corners?
I'll say it's a bit of both. I mean, some corners I completely underbraked, and you know, some were just wing damage.
Great. Well, that's everything.
So guys, like I said, rubbish race today, but hey, it is what it is. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.